Martin just has to hope to draw the answers or just raise him. So I think he is gonna bolt Justin now, then play like a Snapcaster Bolt, then Restoration Angel, and just go for it. Then I thought, looks like Justin also has a Blood Moon. He probably doesn't have a third land yet. That's the reason why he's thinking about it so much. He also saw the two mana leaks. But yeah, if he has a Blood Moon in this matchup, it's usually just gonna mean game over, right? Even if they have the basics, they're not gonna be able to play like two spells a turn or a Cryptic Command, so yeah. The fact that he saw two mana leaks and the fact that he doesn't have a third land means that he just put the Blood Moon on bottom. Just getting closer to more cantrips to put two counters on this Ascension here.
And also, like, Justin didn't sign in with just one Blood Moon, so he'll eventually go for it if he wants to.
Yep. I'm actually surprised that Martin didn't bowl Justin's face last turn, because I think he wants to go Snapcaster Bolt next turn, and now if he wants to play the Bolt, he can play the Leak. And the one reason he would hold the Bolt is the Electromancer, but he could have just mana leaked that, so...
Yeah, I think you're right, because like you are not going to grind down Justin, who has
you just need to kill him.
Yeah, as fast as you can. And I also don't see any lands in Martin's hand, so he might get screwed again.
No, he has the Sculling turn.
Okay, I missed that, sorry.
So yeah, we are gonna see Bolt here, put him Justin down to 10, then potentially Snapcaster Bolt, that's down to 7, attack from Snapcaster down to 5. So if Justin is not able to win next turn, Martin can have an out in drawing like two more burn spells here and win. Seems unlikely, but it gives him a shot. It's definitely better than to just like hope to draw explosives or Ascension Sphere. He didn't use the Bolt, that's surprising to me.
I think that's really weird also.
Yeah. He does have the two Cryptic Commands that he can potentially use to bounce the Ascension, but Justin is just gonna draw a bunch of cards this turn of the Ascension.
Yeah, but like the bounce Cryptic Command play you mentioned, it just is so much better when you have pressure on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, Justin is just gonna draw like, I don't know, 5 or 4 additional cards this turn. He might be even able to just win on the spot here, depending on Martin, what Martin does. Is that a twisted image in Justin's hand?
No, I guess this is Echoing Truth.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't actually have any draw spell in his hand, right?
Yeah, I don't see any. I mean, he has like 3 land spirituals, I guess.
Yeah, he has Truth, 3 rituals, and 2 lands with it. Oh, that's really bad for him. Now, he can't really do anything, then Martin can just like bounce the Ascension and then counter it on the way back.
Okay, so now we see Martin going for the Bolt.
Yeah, if he used the Bolt last turn, he could have just played Snapcaster here. Justin would be already at very low life total. That being said, I still think that Martin is in a great spot here.
Yeah, I agree.
I wonder if he's gonna use the Cryptic Command on his main phase. He might be afraid of dying, but if Justin draws something like even a Serum Visions, he will just be able to get under the copy if you don't bounce it on your turn. That might work out very bad for you. So I think he is supposed to just bounce the Ascension on his turn and hope that Justin doesn't kill him.
Yeah, I agree with that, because on the next turn, if he just says go, Justin just will get so much card advantage from the Paramount Legend that you will eventually have to bounce it.
Yeah, and like holding up the Cryptic Command doesn't actually stop Justin from killing you. Like if he draws the Past in Flames, he's gonna kill you anyway because he will get 2 copies of it. So yeah, just like bouncing it on your turn is just so much better.
We'll see. Oh, he drew, what is that, Sphinx's Revelation?
Yep, looks like it. Is he gonna bounce it?
I wonder.
He's certainly thinking about it. Um, I mean, it seems rough to tap out against a combo deck, but I think that in this spot, yeah, he
Yeah.
just waited for Justin to fetch. Sure.
Okay, so he was just afraid. It just
Yeah, I would probably prefer to do it on upkeep, just because it's better against something like this spell. It doesn't really matter, but it's just technically correct.
But
But
you might get tricked in upkeep. He just can play Todd with 2 copies.
if he had thought score, he would already play.
Yeah, that's right.
There is no reason why he wouldn't.
Okay, so
So he's echoing Truth in response to prevent Martin from drawing a card, which makes sense. The Truth isn't really gonna do much anyways.
like if Martin just plays Rest in Peace, it's game over anyway. With just not having anything in his hand, like no action cards or something like
Yep.
that.
Justin can still just like win out of nowhere here. If he draws the Bastard Flames here, he's just gonna win.
Yeah.
So let's see if Justin can even the second game on one top deck for every player. Oh shit.
Okay, so I guess Justin had to draw some action card because he's going
Yeah,
for it.
he actually drew the Bastard Flames, I think,
Of course.
from what I've seen. So, yep, both players top decked their way out of the game.
Okay, so what we will now see is Justin deploying his mana rituals, counting on the dice's storm and red mana, and then eventually after some minutes we will see game 3.
Yep. Yeah, this is the boring part about Storm. You know that they're gonna win, but they just have to go through it. I kinda hope that Martin is just gonna concede because,
But from what I saw, I think Justin is just very experienced with the storm, so it will not take that much time for him to kill Martin.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy, right? You just go like
Yeah.
ritual, Manamorphose, play a bunch of cantrips. Yeah,
Yeah, eventually you will find a grape shot.
yeah. Looks like he's starting with Noxious Revival. That'll actually bring 2 cards to the top, given that he has the Ascension in play.
Okay, and what you are bringing back?
Looks like he brought back a Monomorphose and a Bastard Flame, just making sure that he will not run out of gas here. Seems unlikely, but just like making sure that never hurts. Now he's just gonna draw 2 with Probe. Now here you see that if Martin was more aggressive with the Snapcaster and Bolt, Justin wouldn't be able to play all these probes.
I mean, like, Justin would still kill him, but
Yeah, of course, but now the Monomorphose that he just cast was the one that he put on the top with Revival, so that's the reason why it's not exiled. Obviously, if you flashback a spell from Passive Flames, it gets exiled. Yep. Now we're just gonna go through the motion. Another Monomorphose, that's just great. Adding 2 more mana, drawing a card, yeah, Grape Shot. And that's just gonna be game. So the players are tied at 1 game apiece.
Peter, do you see anything changing from the blue-white red or the storm perspective on play or on draw? Like if
Um,
like Justin's sideboard is pretty straightforward. I think he will just keep all the cards that he
yeah,
kept.
the only things that can go potentially out is something like an Echoing Truth because Justin didn't see any permanent that he wanted to bounce. Also, Martin saw the Echoing Truth, so he might change a little bit because he saw that card. But overall, I think that the decks are going to remain pretty similar.
Okay.
I don't think that the fact that they are on the draw or play is going to change much. They can change some cards based on what they saw, but yeah. The fact that Martin is going to be on the play is going to be huge, as we said before. Being able to counter Ascension with the 2 mana spells is just so important.
You can also see Martin is not playing any like Werther or some enchantment removal in the sideboard. Do you think that is a mistake or?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Usually they have at least like 2 ways to deal with problematic artifacts or enchantments. Um, Martin has just only one engineered explosives. So I don't know. Also, there are players who are playing like cards like Relic and Chalices. So having access to some artifact or enchantment removal doesn't hurt. To be fair, he has the one sphere and the commands in main deck, so it's not like he's drawing that to enchantments. So other players gonna keep.
But like it's pretty difficult to just deal with Blood Moon when you have like I don't know 3 mountains and
Yeah,
then
but
the
that's true.
plains.
That's true for sure. Yeah, even something like a Celestial Purge would be great here. That would actually be a great card. It kills Electromancer, Ascension, and Blood Moon. Certainly better than something like Light and Helix that we see in Martin's hand. Let's see if Martin's gonna be more aggressive with his bolts this game. Especially with the fact that he has a Helix in his hand, I think he should just go for a bolt. The
You
fact
mean
that
on the
he's
first turn?
yeah, the fact that he's gonna show himself is relevant, but not by a lot. Usually when the Stormbreak is going off, he's just gonna be able to deal a lot of damage. So like 2 damage doesn't really make that much difference. It might be relevant in some weird game where they are gonna like rape shot you 2 times for like 16, or play a bunch of Empty the Warrens tokens. But usually I think that using your mana is way more important.
Like actually, I don't agree with the bolt this turn. I would Helix Justin end of turn, but he has mana leak, so that means when he lays down the third land, he can just go bolt the Electromancer with mana leak backup.
Yeah, but the thing is that he doesn't have too many lands in his hand, and just like being able to use your mana is super important, I think.
Yeah,
Like he could have uh, Helix the Electro Monster now, then like Snapcaster Bolt. I don't know. What do you think about the bolting the Electro Monster instead of Helixing it? I think it's pretty close. You can draw a Snapcaster and then you want to have the bolt in the
yeah,
graveyard.
I don't like it. I would rather Helix it, I guess.
Yep, it depends, I guess. It's certainly worse with the mana leak because now you're not able to play 2 spells potentially. But it's unlikely that you will want to play both bolt and leak in the same turn.
Yeah, that's very unlikely.
It doesn't seem like Martin has too much going on, but he has a lot of answers. Sphere for the potential um, Pyromancer Ascension and 2 leaks. The fact that Justin saw the 2 leaks though makes them a lot worse. He's not gonna play his Crucial Spell into it and just wait until he can pay for it or something along those lines.
Yeah, of course, but like that wouldn't happen, right? Justin wouldn't just play this
Yeah,
spells
yeah, yeah.
into mana leak.
But the fact that he knows about them
Yeah,
certainly
agree.
makes a difference. Alright, looks like a dot score. They don't hit anything relevant in the graveyard, but he draws demons, and given that he doesn't have too many lands in his hand, he can't be too unhappy about that. Is Martin gonna counter Serum Vision? I understand why he didn't counter the first draw spell, just because Justin can follow it up with something like Ascension, but here Justin can actually play a 2 mana spell, and I think that Martin should just use his mana and counter the visions. What do you think? mean, if he's just gonna like sit on his spells and not do anything, Justin is eventually just gonna overhaul him.
Yeah, I agree.
So
And like here we see, Justin just has two really good cards in this matchup.
yeah,
So I actually think he will just go for the Ascension. If he has, I think he has a spare one actually. So he will just go for one, then try to Noxious
yeah.
Survival, get rid of the mana leaks from Martin's hand. And
I mean, Martin's probably not gonna counter the revival, right? He's just gonna wait for when he
yeah.
plays it.
And actually, Martin doesn't have any lands in his hand, so that probably could mean that Justin just like plays the Permanence Ascension, and he will have to mana leak. And then with the Noxious Survival, you can just get back another card. Like it doesn't have to be Permanence Ascension, and you can just bait Martin to play them another mana leak. It's unlikely, but could happen.
So yeah. What is Justin thinking about is not whether he should keep those cards, but in which order. Like, what am I gonna do next turn? It looks like he's gonna draw the.
Wait, what?
He bought them both. So this probably means that his hand is great, but he just wants lands to make those mana leaks worse. Yeah, Martin is going for the throat here. Unfortunately, this time he doesn't have the Snapcaster to actually have a constant source of damage.
Okay, Martin drew what? Anger of the Gods?
I mean, that's good against Empty Devorance, right?
Yeah, but like, I don't see you just like setting it up with Anger of the Gods. It's okay, I guess.
It might be better than some other cards. It's definitely not great, but
Yeah,
sometimes you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah, of course, and it's really just better, strictly better than Supreme Verdict because
Yep.
it costs one mana less.
So Martin is gonna like counter that, and now Justin can potentially play the Ascension if he has it. I actually don't see it in his hand.
Okay, so
He's gonna Monomorphose, hoping to draw something good.
I really don't like Justin just putting bottoming the Ascension
Yeah.
because if he wanted to play it like this, it's
Well, he didn't have the fourth land. That's the card he drew
Yeah,
instead of the
yeah, okay.
Ascension. But yeah, I agree. I would probably just keep the Ascension still.
Okay,
And Martin drew the fourth land, which means that the Revelation is gonna be pretty good soon enough. He might even draw two with it if he draws another land.
Yeah, if he doesn't have anything better to do, it's just like it's just better to play it than not play it.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like Martin doesn't have to red, so if Justin has the empty warren skill, he can just go for it this turn. But I don't really see it. Okay, what is Justin thinking by this play?
Um, not sure.
Okay, so
I guess we will find out.
this dealt like what 2 damage. That's weird. But
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, he certainly did it for a reason, so I'm just curious what is gonna be the follow-up of this.
Yeah, he's just not like randomly slamming gadgets into his opponent's face.
Yep.
Yeah, and here we
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
yeah.
goblins. Yep.
That explains it.